Welcome to HBA Today. It's the new video series that's being produced in conjunction between the Home Builders Association of Berks County, Pennsylvania, and the students at the Berks Career and Technology Center West Campus. My name is Jim Gavin. I am the past president of the Home Builders Association, and I will be your host today. To my left, this young lady is Kathy Sloan. Kathy is the executive officer at the Home Builders Association. Kathy is also a builder remodeler herself and has been in the building remodeling industry for how long, Kathy?
I've been involved in 25 years, but I've been a member of the association for about 10.
Okay. And to Kathy's left is Brian Bogert. Brian is the president and owner of Advanced Construction Solutions. It is a remodeling company here in Berks County, also with a bit of an emphasis on roofing. And Brian is our current president of the Home Builders Association. Brian, how long have you been in the building industry?
I opened my business in 2012, and prior to working 14 years for a local company, so combined about 21 years.
And I also believe you are a graduate of the Berks County Career and Technology Center West Campus, correct?
Yes.
Okay, good for you. And how long have you been a member of the Home Builders Association?
For 4 years now.
So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk a little bit about the Home Builders Association membership, the benefits of membership, the benefits to the community of the Home Builders Association. So I'm going to turn my first question to Kathy. And Kathy, can you tell us a little bit about the Home Builders Association, what it does?
Sure. The Home Builders Association is a three-tier association. It consists of our local association, our state association, Pennsylvania Builders Association, and our National Association of Home Builders. We actually do the fighting for all our builders to keep housing affordable, not just for the builders, but for the consumers as well.
And Brian, do you consider yourself a builder or remodeler or some combination of the two?
I feel that we're a well-rounded company. We do building, remodeling, pretty much all aspects of renewing your home.
Okay. Why should the builders in Berks County want to be members of the Home Builders Association?
I mean, for me, I look at it as, as a group of individuals or business owners, rather, coming together in a number with the membership, and coming together as, the business owners as a membership helps us to obtain, laws being passed, code enforcement. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes of what everybody sees, in the forefront of what the HBA is. And the membership and the dues goes to helping to create a better quality of life for the businesses and the people within the companies.
And as I understand it, you mentioned the laws, the laws involving the home building industry and construction industry generally are constantly evolving and constantly changing. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, it's constantly changing, and we're getting ready to accept a new another level of the code enforcement. And one of the things that is nice, and just from being at the state level with involvement with the meetings and such, you get to see and understand what our membership go towards. And one that I primarily use the most is the sprinklers that was passed for residential housing a few years back. The numbers, the money that's received from the memberships is what got that turned around to where we didn't have to do that. And not that we didn't have to do it for the wrong reasons, it was more of a commercial application that they were trying to implement into residential.
And so what happens, and maybe Kathy, you can comment on this a little bit, is for some reason the state legislature may decide to change some code for some reason, but it in fact doesn't make economic sense. It makes the house or the building significantly more expensive and not necessarily workable. And if the Home Builders Association and the State Builders Association isn't speaking to the legislature, they're not getting the message that what they think is a good idea may in the long run not be such a good idea.
That is correct. In some cases, whatever we're fighting for may save a homeowner thousands of dollars. I believe the sprinkler issue saved them about $3,000 to $5,000 not having to put that in their home. They can still put it in their home, but it became their choice, not a state choice.
So in essence, the Home Builders Association is helping not only the builders and remodelers, but it's actually helping the community in general.
Correct.
One of the things, Kathy, that I observe that I think is particularly unique about the Home Builders Association, as opposed to other professional associations, is the Home Builders Association actually does not limit its membership to just builders or remodelers. It actually lets other professions that are in the building industry, such as bankers, realtors, insurers, accountants, lawyers even, involved in the Home Builders Association. Can you comment on that as to why that is?
We believe that you're just as important, or those associate members are just as important to the building industry. Without them, our businesses don't exist. We can't recommend certain banks for mortgages to our consumers that we're building the homes for. So they have a place in our association because they are very important to our building industry.
And Brian, what value do you believe those, I believe they're associate members, what value do you believe they give to the Home Builders Association?
The value that they bring, we have a few that sit on the board, currently, and the bankers help with the financials of the association, recommendations for future projects, capital improvement, budgeting purposes and such. Everybody plays a real good role, a key role in being a part of the HBA, whether you're on the board or you're just a member that is active, or some that are not, or inactive, I should say. But altogether, we're all important to each other. We all, in some way, shape, or form, need each other to move forward with business and life in general, whether you're a consumer or the business owner.
And Kathy, why do you think a non-builder, non-remodeler, somebody like a banker, an accountant, an insurance person, would want to be a member of the Home Builders Association?
I think for banking, for instance, a banker would want to know our members so that they can produce the income for that builder to build the home, get the mortgage through for the consumer, and basically supply the funds. Same with an accountant. We all need accounting. All builders, remodelers, any company needs an accountant. So they would want to be so that they could get to know those members, network with those people, and try to get their business.
Now, we've talked about the builder remodel members, we've talked about the associate members, but thus far we haven't talked about what I think is an extremely important part of the Home Builders Association, and that's the public, the community. And I'm going to throw this up. You guys can choose which one you want to answer. But what benefit do you believe the public in general receives from the existence of the Home Builders Association?
I believe the public, we put a directory out every year with the current members. The public can gain from that because they're going to an association as the HBA to find a local contractor that is in their backyard rather than applying on like a home advisor or a lead providing service that you could be provided with a contractor from 60, 70 miles away that's not familiar with anything in your area. And that's just one of the ways that I feel that we are providing a good service to the community.
Okay, Kathy, any thoughts?
I agree totally with Brian. I think it gives them a place to go instead of trying to search and find somebody that's just kind of what we like to call a chuck in the truck, where they're not labeled, they don't have their license, they're not registered with the state, they don't have all their insurance. The requirements to be a member is to supply all that information.
Okay. So let's suppose I'm a member of the community and I'm considering remodeling my bathroom or putting a new front door on my house. When should I be thinking about contacting the Home Builders Association?
I would contact them as soon as you start thinking about that. Reason being is we don't specifically tell you a contractor. We will get you the membership directory, or you can go on our website and go on our online directory to find those contractors. But you're going to want to seek out at least 2 to 3 for quotes, and it takes time. So as soon as that thought pops in your head, I would go out and I would find out from the home builders that directory and what contractors we have that are members so that they can start their research.
Any thoughts on that as to when a member of the public should consider contacting the Home Builders Association?
I agree with Kathy. I mean, for the most part, it's, doing a project on your home, whether it's a roof, a heating and cooling system, window, siding, door, it can be a long process. It can be very stressful on the consumer just through the bidding process, because you get people that come through the door that have different opinions, different ideas, different methods and ways of doing things. And not to say that the contractors that are members of the HBA have a specific system or dialogue that they stick to, but more so that they are accredited with the HBA and are of good standing in the public with what they do as a trade.
Let me close out today with the same question to both of you. Kathy, why are you a member of the Home Builders Association?
The biggest reason is it does contribute to our industry. It's one of the few associations that specifically fights for the builders and remodelers, keeping the affordable housing, allowing us to continue to remain in business and not pushing us to a point that price is too high and we can't afford to stay in business.
Brian, why are you a member of the Home Builders Association?
I'm a member of the Home Builders Association. I believe in what it stands for, what we back through local, state, and national levels. I really enjoy the fact that we are, our membership dollars are contributing to, a lobbyist that is standing for us, and one of the biggest things with us is that the larger the membership is, the more influence we have in those situations. And that's why most of us are always preaching membership, because without that, some of the things that would get passed, those are the issues that come up then. Some of the members that are inactive, now they want to be active because it directly affects them. So it's kind of like out of sight, out of mind until something does affect them. And I don't want to be just one of those people that is going to come out of the brush when I don't like what I see finally and just do it for a selfish reason. I think that we should all act together and be as one front in the industry.
And the fact is, if you work together, you're actually benefiting the community as a whole so that they can get their affordable housing.
Correct.
Well, thank you both for being with me today. I appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you in the future. I'm sure I will. To anybody watching this today, I appreciate you watching. I encourage you to come back. The Home Builders Association offices are located at 25 Stevens Avenue in West Lawn, Pennsylvania. If you see this and you enjoy it, let us know. Give us a call, send us a card. We're going to try to continue doing this in the future. And to all of our students at the Berks Career Technical Center West, thank you all for your assistance. We appreciate it, and we'll see you again in the future. Don't tell me I got to do it again. Don't tell me I got to do it again.
Very well done. Very well done.
How much time?
We'll take a look. I'm going to say it's about 12.
Okay,
13
that's
minutes
not
probably.
bad.
Perfect.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Perfect.